Good evening. My name is Subodh Mode, and by profession I'm a sales director for a multinational company. I look after India operations, and I would like to share my insights about the training. I also run a short blog or a newsletter under the name Stockonomics, which is related with stocks and economics, because I have been studying the economy as a subject for a long time. And the first insight was that it doesn't take money to make money. You know, traditionally we have been programmed to believe that you got to be rich to become richer. So here we can see that just with 100,000 rupees you can start a trading business and you can really become a multi-millionaire. So this is a very powerful insight that I got, and most of the Fortune 500 corporations were started with capital like 500 US or maybe 500 euro. So this is another powerful insight about which I am personally excited. The second insight is that we always believe that the mythology also tells us that there is abundance in the world. But in spite of that, you need to ask a question to yourself. This is $1 million question which can lead to financial literacy, and the question is why the rich get richer and poor and middle class, they remain poor or middle class. So in derivatives, if you take the world derivative market, there are $700 trillion worth derivatives, which is almost like 100,000 US dollar worth derivative per person on the planet Earth. And in spite of that, the rich are getting richer and the poor and middle class are remaining same. And why is it that? And it deals, it's because of the lack of financial literacy, because when I completed my engineering, I thought that, oh, I have done something great. But it was until I read a book in which I distinguished the difference between asset and liability. In this training, I gathered know-how and a step to a skill where I'll be acquiring asset, and that's why I'm more excited about it. Stock trading, before coming to this, I was trading on a very low-key basis, extremely conservative. When there was a free fall just few weeks back, I called my relationship manager at ICICI Direct and I said, today if I put short in any script, I'll make money. But I did not do that. I told her that I'll attend a proper training at Pathfinders, and then I like to do a proper portfolio or trading. The second point I would like to talk about is the language is the powerful tool. The biggest gift of God is not our body, but our access to language. And by attending this training program, what I have accessed is to think like a trader, to feel like a trader. What is it like to be a trader? This is something which I was able to distinguish. And why is it so powerful? Few months back, a US stock analyst comes to India, and in Economic Times, he writes that Indian stocks are overvalued. And I said, Jesus Christ, who is this guy? How can he talk about Indian stocks? And I'm sitting every day reading Economic Times and I have no clue. And then I realized that there is something that I'm lacking. There is some knowledge, there is some kind of skill which I don't have. Then I started looking at possible ways, and that is how I came across the training and I decided to participate. The reason I decided to participate in the training is, this training program is perhaps the only training program in India which is based on Indian heritage of, Guru and Shishya Parampara. Mentorship is not just training. So I think, I think all of us, we should give a big round of applause to Sir and Madam. Any training works on a 4-step method: tell, show, try and do. First, Sir has told us how to do it. He has shown. Now we'll get the software, we'll try it and we'll do it. And I'm confident that, I'll master it. The most important learning for me, which is, the most important takeaway from the training, is the U factor. I was able to put my hands on the book, Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom, and the first chapter, it talks about the most important factor in trading is you. Not the, market, not the stock which you are buying, but it's you. So I'm personally excited because, I'll be working with myself, with the help of, academy, with the with Sir's help, I'll be able to succeed. Another important takeaway for me was money comes because of market. All that I have to do is plan my loss, make sure that I apply the stop loss. So I don't have to, in sales, I mean, most of the sales people, they talk a lot. You must have realized from me after listening to me. So in this is the only business where I don't have to be like, smart and big talker. And that's really what I am happy about. Rules and rules. I personally believe in certain cardinal rules, and I'm going to make a list of rules that I need to put in front of myself. And I'm excited because I'll be dealing with both paper assets and hard assets. Thanks a lot.